Previously on the bill.
So you don't think there's a racial connection going on?
I didn't say that. I just don't want my detectives running up a blind alley.
Good old Jim Carver, been here 17 years, single, very single.
Jackson setting up girls with punters at a local hotel.
Nothing, Sarge.
Someone must have seen something. I mean, they poured petrol through the letterbox in broad daylight.
Yeah, well, if they did, they're not saying.
Oh, they're frightened. Who can blame them?
Reckon it's racist, Sarge? Like the shop?
Yeah, same MO.
Well, similar.
Danny, they're both Indian and both places were empty. What do you call that, a coincidence?
Well, probably not. But...
Exactly. Now, do we know where the owners are?
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Jaffrey. They're in St. Hughes. She's pregnant, went into labour this morning. That's why the place was empty.
So they don't even know yet?
Well, the neighbours didn't want to worry them.
Well, they're going to get some homecoming.
Look, sir, his solicitor's kicking up a right stink. Wants him charged or released ASAP. Well, there's no harm in letting him stew for a bit first, eh?
Jack, I've been looking for you. My office, thanks. Kate, can I have a word, please? You won't forget that appointment, will you?
I'm making it a priority, sir.
Good.
Whoa, Reg, hold on. They're not starting in here.
Oh, it's all right, Sarge. It's all sorted. Harry's got an itinerary.
Oh, well, that'll be a first, then.
Yeah. Come on, Harry. I've sorted out an office for you and your lads to keep your stuff in.
Good, just as long as it's secure. Gear's worth a bob or two and leaving it overnight, you know.
No, it'll be safe as houses in here. I mean, it is a nick after all.
Well, no offence, Reg, but some of the biggest scandals I ever met were all built.
I've known a few coppers in it.
Used to be in the job, mate. Got invalided out. Used the cash to get started in this log.
Come in, Jack. We may have a problem.
Go on.
I've just received information that a group of right-wing extremists are planning a march down the Trafalgar Road.
That's right the way through the Jasmine Allen estate.
Mm-hmm.
They do that, we could have Oldham all over again.
I'm aware of that.
Looks like Vic Singh was right. There's been a spate of arson attacks on the estates, and he reckons they were coordinated. So it could be somebody trying to stir up trouble, cause a backlash.
Well, I don't want to make things worse with any heavy-handed policing.
Oh, hold on. As far as I know, none of my officers are being heavy-handed.
No, but you and I are both aware that CID and this station contains its fair share of hotheads. I want only a low-level uniformed presence to reassure the residents of the Allen estate.
Singh and Glaze are going to love that, because they're bang in the middle of an investigation.
Uniform can handle it. I want to contain, not inflame the situation.
Well, they will if they catch the culprits.
Well, we haven't done so far, have we?
Well, it's your call.
Also, for the time being, I want all CID inquiries to come through this office.
What, all cases relating to the Jasmine Allen?
All CID inquiries, please.
Oh, I see. So this is what this is about. Look, it's one thing not trusting my officers, but if you're saying you don't trust me...
It's not about trust.
Look, I run CID, sir.
And I run this station.
That's the second one this week. Let's see Meadows try and tell us there's no connection now.
Yeah, too right. Trouble is, it's only circumstantial, Sarge. We haven't got any proof.
Well, maybe the Jaffreys will help.
Did you phone him?
Yeah, he's pretty shook up. He hasn't told his wife yet. I've arranged to meet him later.
Hello, check this out.
Radio in, Danny.
Sierra Oscar from DC Glaze.
Stop! Wait! Come on, lads, get out of there! Stop it!
You all right, Sarge?
Yeah, did you get the number?
So what did Chandler want?
Oh, you know, the usual. A date. Don't worry, I told him I only had eyes for one man.
Yeah, weird.
Mickey, I do believe you're blushing.
I'll tell you something about Chandler, shall I? He's more interested in politics than he is policing.
Well, he's ambitious. You can't blame him for that.
And when it screws us. Can't find any money to pay overtime, but he certainly can to paint the nick. What's all that about?
All units from Sierra Oscar. Yeah, it's a dump. Don't know about decorating. The place wants torture.
Blue Vauxhall, registration Victor 343 Delta Charlie Yankee, reported stolen in the last 3 minutes.
Well, the place ain't an holiday camp, is it? The geezers all show. All his bloody briefings. Hello? It's them.
Sierra Oscar from DC Spears, lost or stolen. Whoa!
Oh.
Sierra Oscar 5 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Mickey? Mickey, what happened to you?
Nothing. He fell over, Sarge.
When you finish, Jim.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Briefing room, 3 o'clock. I'd like everyone on the relief who's available to attend, please.
Sir?
Thank you.
So what was that about being off show?
Yeah, I tripped over your seatbelt.
So what now? It's my fault.
Don't start, please.
Look at that.
Whoa.
OK, listen up, everybody. I believe these arson attacks are linked. A right-wing extremist group is planning a march through the Jasmine Allen. Now, we've always had good race relations in Sunhill, and I want to keep it that way. So, as of now, all the arson inquiries are going to be dealt with by uniform. I want a strong, visual police presence to reassure the ethnic community. CID can provide backroom assistance if necessary. So, it means being vigilant, but treading carefully. I don't want any heavy-handed stop and searches.
Sir, treading carefully isn't going to stop people wanting to retaliate when they're threatened by racist thugs.
I'm aware of that, Vic, which is why I'm going to the yard to talk to the DAC about rerouting the march. But for the time being, all inquiries come through my office. Is that clear? Thank you. Sorry to keep you, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right for you laughing, but I've got a bad feeling inside about this.
That's probably indigestion, Reg.
Gov, can I have a word?
Yeah.
This was my case.
Yeah, I'm aware of that, but don't take it personally.
Personally? I'm the only one that thought there was a racial connection.
Look, I don't like this any more than you do, but this is not about your career or my career. It's about good policing.
With respect, Gov, that's bull and you know it.
Hey, you don't own this case. Nobody does. Just remember that, eh?
Go. What's going on?
Politics. Just watch your back, all right? What can I do for you?
Well, there's no way those guns belong to those joyriders, so I did a P&C check on a car. It was hired by Michael Bowker.
Bowker? He's doing an 8 stretch for armed robbery.
He was. He got out 3 weeks ago.
So you admit it was your car, Mr. Bowker?
I hired it, yeah.
And when did you first realise it had gone missing?
When I came back and it wasn't there.
Why don't you just answer the question, eh?
About 2:30. Then I called you lot. And believe me, I'm beginning to wish I hadn't.
And you still maintain you know absolutely nothing about the sawn-off shotgun and the pistol we found in it, yeah?
Me? No. Why should I? I told you. They must belong to the guys that nicked it.
Do you know what? List your previous. Armed robbery, GBH, ABH, burglary.
Do you want to get to the point?
Yeah, the point is we think they belong to you.
Of course you do. I'm an easy target. Problem is you can't prove it, can you? I mean, 2 guys nicked my motor when I'm out doing a bit of shopping. I report it and you're after me, not them. Some people might think that's police harassment.
He's taking a mickey, isn't he?
Well, he knows that we've got nothing to connect him directly to the guns.
So where are you going now?
Back to the Nick. Not much we can do here, is there?
Hang on a minute now here.
You were the one who wanted to see me.
Yeah, to arrange tonight. Look, we've got to be careful.
You mean you've got a lot to lose?
We've both got a lot to lose.
You're the boss. Whatever you say.
What's up with you, sir? You said everything had to come through you. Now a good time?
Yeah. I think we've finished here.
It's Michael Bowker, sir. He's, he's jerking us around.
Yeah, Kate was just telling me.
Well, he knows we haven't got enough to hold him.
What about forensics? What have they got?
No, it's too early. But he's dirty. I mean, it's written all over him. I'd like to put a towel on him.
Well, I don't want to waste time on this, Mickey. We're overstretched as it is. It may come to nothing.
I don't know. I think he's right, sir. We could be onto something. We just need more time.
I was under the impression you were snowed under.
Well, something that can't wait for a day.
Right, well, just keep me up to speed.
Will do. Thanks. So what's all that about?
What?
Well, you giving me all that flannel about how you got nothing on Bowker. You going to grass me up to Chandler.
I wasn't grassing you up. You heard me. I was standing up for you.
All right, maybe it's just me getting paranoid.
Yeah, well, join the club. Chandler obviously thinks none of us are up to the job.
Did he say that?
No, but he implied it. He gave me, all right, going over.
Thanks, anyway.
Yeah, you owe me a dinner.
All right, then.
Hello? Mr. Jaffrey? Hello? Hi, I'm Detective Sergeant Singh, Sunhill Police. We spoke earlier on the phone.
Have you caught them?
No, not yet. To be honest, I'm not actually officially on the case myself.
I don't understand. You said you needed to talk to me.
Yeah. A uniformed officer will be getting in touch with you shortly.
Then what are you doing here?
I wanted to assure you that we will catch whoever did this. Also, well, if you were to report this as a... What I mean is, if this attack was racially motivated, the police would have to treat it very seriously indeed.
But I don't know who did it. I wasn't here.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just that if it were... I mean, of course, it's up to you.
Are you sure he's in there?
Well, lights are on, aren't they? Maybe he's laying low or something.
Yeah, or maybe he knows that we're onto him and he's taking a mick. Hello? Chandler. Yes, sir.
Can you speak? Right.
Well, just listen. I take it we're still on for tonight. Well, I just wasn't sure after today's performance.
I'll do my best, sir. Of course. Right away. Damn! I've got a CPS solicitor waiting for me back at the Nick. I forgot all about it. She's been on to Chandler complaining.
I bet he weren't pleased, was he?
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm sorry, mate. I've got to go.
Oh, that's all right, don't worry. And thanks for your help as well.
Yeah, of course, it's all changed since your day, eh? It's all computerised now.
Yeah, whatever happened to good old police instinct, huh? The coppers knows.
Yeah, well, long gone. More's a pity. Still, big change for you, eh? All this decorating and that.
You mean boring? Yeah. Well, it pays the bills. Wife prefers it, you know. Get a chance to see more of her and the kids. You know what they're like.
No, I never took the plunge myself.
Oh, really? Too busy playing the field, huh? Yeah, I can tell you some stories.
Oh, just a moment, Mr. Chandler. Mr. Chandler. I've been looking at Mr. Fullerton's work schedule. I'd like to make a couple of adjustments.
Not now, Rich. I've got an appointment. Tomorrow, OK?
Sorry. You know what it's like.
Yeah, no worries. It was exactly the same in my day. Actually, you know, I've been toying with the idea of signing up again.
Now, that is a good idea. Yep, we're crying out for decent officers. But how would that work?
How do you mean?
Well, with you being invalided out.
Oh. Yeah, well, it would only be a desk job, you know. Right, well, I better get going. I'll catch you tomorrow. Be good.
Yeah, it's DC Webb. Can I have a BNC check, please, Sarge? Yeah, it's a silver Mercedes. Registration X-ray 997 Charlie Echo Papa. She gave me an envelope, probably full of cash.
Did you run a check on the car?
Yeah, belongs to a woman named Weller.
Weller?
Angie Weller?
Yeah. You know her?
Yeah. She's changed her hair. She's married to Jimmy Weller.
Never heard of him.
You wouldn't want to, the man's a psycho. He got busted for a big drugs deal, and he grassed up his own team in order to cop a deal. And the word was they took a contract out on him when he was inside, and Bowker acted as his paid protection.
So you reckon now he's out, Bowker could be trying to set something up on his own?
Could be. And Angie Weller could be funding it. You stay with her. Vic, you keep tabs on Bowker.
Hold on, Gov. I thought Kate was in on this.
Well, Chandler's evidently pulled it off.
Yeah, but...
Look, don't argue with me, Vic. Now, Bowker knows Mickey, so we can't risk him being recognised. You're in, OK?
Whatever you say, Gov.
Shall I tell Chandler, Gov?
Yeah, you tell him, Mickey. We can't risk ruffling any more feathers.
You've come all prepared, I see.
Yeah. It's that one that you liked before.
I'm easily pleased.
I'm not entirely sure that that's a compliment.
Well, it's not exactly the Ritz, is it?
No. But it's discreet, which is important. It won't always be like this, you know.
Why do men always assume that women are looking for a relationship?
It's their egos. Anyway, cheers. So, go on. What was all that about this afternoon?
Well, I could ask you that.
How do you mean?
Well, this waving a big stick at Mickey and Vic Singh. What's all that about?
Someone has to take overall responsibility. If someone's not pulling their weight, I'm the one that's got to tell them.
Damn. I thought you were supposed to be on call 24 hours a day.
It's a question of priorities.
Is that what I am? Priority?
Oh, yes.
Sarge, it's me. Mickey. Anything?
Nothing. I'm telling you, he's not here.
He's back in the alley.
Okay.
So what exactly happened?
I was just taking out the rubbish, and they seemed to be fighting, and then the big guy just started hitting him. He left when he saw me.
Would you recognise him again?
Oh, yeah, he's big, about 40, 45, and he had this tattoo on his neck, like a spider's web.
Look, I don't want any trouble, eh?
Where do you live, Mr. Ahmed?
What? Whitefield Road, 30. Is he okay?
Well, he says he doesn't want an ambulance. You seen this man before?
I keep telling you. He just came up, asked for a light and hit me. Why would he do that? How should I know? Look, it was just another racist job. It happens all the time.
Hey, look, Mr. Ahmed, we take racist attacks very, very seriously. Now, if you don't help us, we can't help you. We need a description,
Look,
okay?
I hardly saw him. All I know, he was young. Maybe 20 or so.
Sure you don't want to make a statement?
No. I just soon forget about it, all right? Look, can I go now? In a minute. Sam. So there's something not right here. The shopkeeper reckons the guy that attacked him's in his 40s.
Yeah, well, it was dark. Maybe he made a mistake.
Yeah, maybe this guy's lying.
Listen, Ben, leave it, mate. He's obviously very, very frightened, yeah? Chandler told us to tread carefully. Anyway, he doesn't want to make a complaint. What can we do?
Still early. Do you fancy something to eat? How about Italian?
Yeah, I'd love to, but...
But You can't risk it. You know your trouble, Tom. You're too concerned with your image.
I wasn't aware that I had an image.
Of course you do. Mr. Clean, Tom Chandler. Governor who leads from the front.
So what am I doing here with you, then?
I don't know. You weren't interested before.
Yes, I was. Things change.
What things?
Circumstances.
So that's it? You thought you were up for Borough Commander?
No.
And you didn't want to blot your copybook?
It's my career, Kate. I've worked hard for this.
So have I. And now you've been passed over, it doesn't matter.
That's not what I said. Wait a minute. I thought you wanted this as much as me.
Did I say I didn't?
So you just like to tease me?
I just don't want you to take me for granted. Here or at work. Neither Lou.
He wasn't there. What was I supposed to do? Sit there all night waiting in case he decides to come home and go to bed?
He's gonna love this. Sarge, you haven't seen Mr. Chandler, have you? I've been trying to get hold of him.
Hold on, I'm just dealing with this. So let me get this straight. This guy, Ahmed, gets beaten up.
Well, not another attack.
We don't know, Sarge. Something doesn't ring true. This Pakistani guy gets done over by this yob with a spider's web tattoo, yet he gives us a false description.
Well, he was probably frightened, Ben.
No, Sarge, there's more to it than that.
Hang on. This fellow with a tattoo, was he quite big? In his 40s?
Yeah, why?
It's Bowker. Where else have you got an Ahmed?
Well, a lot of people have to have access to this room.
I was told this door was going to be locked.
Not by me, you were.
That is not the point.
Look, she said she wasn't here.
Reg Hollis promised me.
Right, well, take it up with Reg then, not me.
It is my equipment. Did you not hear what Sergeant Ackland said? It's only a bloody bucket, for Pete's sake.
It may be only a bucket to you, mate, but it's my livelihood.
No problem. Sarge, Neil Ahmed. I checked him out. He works for Krask. It's a security company. Now, Angie Weller must be funding Bowker to set up a robbery.
Yeah? How'd you work that out?
Well, it'd explain the guns in Bowker's car, wouldn't it? I mean, Bowker could be putting the frighteners on Ahmed to get information about, I don't know, payroll deliveries or something.
Yeah, well, the only way you're going to know that for sure is if you pull in Ahmad. Do that and you risk spooking him.
Yeah, I know. Which is why I reckon we should pay Jimmy Weller a little visit. Kate's going to check out Bowker.
Get real, Mickey. Weller's not going to tell you anything.
Why not? His missus is already playing around. Besides, once a grass, always a grass. Come on, Jimmy. Your wife's not paying Bowker off for the fun of it, is she? There's obviously some sort of deal going on.
I don't know what you're talking about. I owed him. He was my man, watch my back. I told Angie to help him out.
You expect us to believe that?
I don't give a monkey's what you believe. If you'll excuse the expression.
Look, it's pretty simple, Jimmy. You do us a favour, we may be able to do you one.
Yeah, like what?
I don't know. Maybe move you out of maximum security?
Get a shiv stuck in my back. Get real.
Well, there must be something you want.
Yeah. England for the English. So clear off, there's a good chap. And shut the door on your way out.
What if I told you, how do I put this? Your wife, Angie, she's, got a friend.
I'd say you were more stupid than your mate here.
It's the truth.
It's crap.
How can you be so sure?
Because she knows I'd chainsaw her cheating legs off.
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure that he gets it.
That geezer is a psycho.
The guard told me he nearly bit another prisoner's ear off last week.
No, why?
He was upset. His mother died.
Maybe I should have shown him that photo.
And what grounds would you have had for doing that?
Yeah, might have wiped the smoke grin off his face. Probably made him talk.
Mickey, you don't know anything about that bloke in the photo. You don't know whether Weller and his missus are up to anything. Showing him the photo would have been against the rules. We're not the moral police.
Oh, mate. So why do you reckon he agreed to see us?
Maybe he needed a laugh.
It doesn't really work, you know? Marriage and the job, too much pressure. Too many opportunities to play the field. Same in my day. That's why I never really bothered. But I mean, I did have my chances, you know.
Cass.
Sir. Excuse me, Harry.
Yeah. I'll catch you later.
You said it was important.
Yeah, the manager of a hotel dropped this off. He said he thought it might be yours or your young lady's. Of course, if it's not, I can book it into lost property.
No. Yeah, thanks.
Any luck?
No, nothing. Track Bowker down.
Well, there's no sign of him. Didn't check in with his parole officer. Looks like he's done a runner.
How'd you get on?
How do you mean?
CPS meeting. Chandler read you the riot act?
Oh, no, he was far too busy taking over the rest of the world.
Do you know, I reckon he actually believes he can walk on water. I don't know how Meadows stands it.
Oh, he's a control freak.
Chandler?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're all just pawns in his career plan.
You know, I reckon someday someone should tell the prat.
Well, he thinks very highly of you two.
Who cares?
You should. You'll see.
So what precisely are these supposed to prove?
Well, there's clearly something going on there, sir.
No, it's all just supposition, Mickey.
With respect, sir.
No, I'm serious. And the one good lead you did have, Bowker, you managed to lose.
Sergeant Singh's checking him out.
And another thing, what's he doing on this?
I needed some backup. After you pulled Kate off, I okayed it with Mr. Meadows.
That's not the point. I specifically told you everything has to go through me.
I did try and phone you, sir.
Look, I don't want to waste any more time on this, Mickey. Either come up with a result or let's leave it, yeah?
Sir?
Well, be serious, Mickey. We all know you're not exactly flavour of the month.
Yeah. Me, Vic, Singh, Des Taviner.
I'm just saying, tread a bit carefully, all right?
Yeah.
Very stockbroker belt.
Oh, Jimmy's obviously got a bit stashed away in his wife's name, hasn't he?
You sure you're not going to risk scaring her off?
There ain't a lot I can do with Chandler on my back, is there?
You wouldn't have thought this was her sing, East End girl and all that.
Yeah, nobody obviously thinks so and all that. Mrs. Weller, DC Webb, this is DC Spears. Can we come in?
I'm busy. Make it quick.
Okay.
Ooh, nice room.
Surprised, are you?
You don't seem that surprised to see us, Angie.
Mrs. Weller. What do you expect me to do, fall down and faint? If it's anything to do with Jimmy, I don't know nothing. I just live here amongst the net curtains and the socially acceptable.
You don't get on with your neighbours?
Let's just say we haven't got a lot in common.
Why don't you move back home, to the East End?
My husband's a grass. Can't exactly see them welcoming me with open arms, can you? Anyway, that's enough of my life history. What do you want?
I don't see how, Mr. Jaffrey, you can prove it was a racist attack when you weren't even here.
The neighbours, they...
The neighbours didn't see anything. We've already asked them.
All right, look. Sergeant Singh, he told me to say it. He said if I did, you'd take it more seriously.
You do not have to lie, believe me, for us to take it seriously, Mr. Jaffrey. All right?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. We'll be in touch.
Chandler's gonna know this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Michael Bowker.
How many more times? Watch my lips. I've never heard of him, never met him, never spoken to him.
Really?
Yeah, really. Now, can we change the record?
These were taken yesterday of you and him.
I didn't know his name.
Right, so you normally hang out in pub car parks handing out fistfuls of cash to complete strangers then, yeah?
Look, I got a phone call from Jimmy. He said that a guy would be turning up and I should pay him. That's what I did.
And you, being the good, obedient wife, didn't even ask why?
You don't argue with Jimmy. Not if you know what's good for you. He said it was some old debt or something.
And I suppose you haven't seen him since?
No. Look, I'm just trying to get on with my life, such as it is.
Well, doesn't seem too bad to me. Got a nice house, nice car. You doing all right?
I work in a hairdresser's. Very glamorous. 6 days a week. Head lice and peroxide. You ought to try it sometime.
What about your boyfriend?
Boyfriend?
We heard you've seen someone.
Hello? Yeah.
What's so funny?
What?
You are, love. If you're Jimmy Weller's wife, you don't have boyfriends. You don't have friends.
Yeah.
What Jimmy has, he keeps.
All right, 101. They found Bowker.
I got his name from his wallet. It's full of cash. The car wasn't hired. Could have been nicked. We're still checking.
So what do you reckon happened?
It looks like he could have lost it on the bend. The car came off the slip road, went down a bank, then into the river.
So it looks like it'd been an accident?
Yeah, but he stank of booze. The recovery guys found a half-empty bottle of scotch in the car, but, well, he could have been drunk.
All right, cheers, Nick. So what do you think?
Don't drink and drive?
Think it was an accident?
I guess probably drowned. I'll do a blood test, check the alcohol level. Mind you, the wound to the back of his head's a bit suspicious.
So he could have been dead before he hit the river?
If he was, he won't have any water in his lungs. You'll have to wait for the results of the post-mortem.
Come on, Gov. You're not telling me Bowker's death's just a coincidence?
Well, stranger things have happened.
The Citroen was stolen.
Well, maybe Bowker stole it. Who's this?
Angie Weller's boyfriend. Run and check on him.
Oh, it's not. That's Don Farlow.
Dunno.
Farlow? He's a member of Weller's drugs gang. So what's going on here?
Weller's? So you're saying he could have worked for Angie and Bowker?
No chance.
Why not? Bowker used to work for Jimmy Weller.
No, Farlow hated Weller's guts. Jimmy grassed him up with the rest of his team. He only got off on a technicality.
So what's he doing with his wife? I mean, banging Jimmy Weller's old lady ain't exactly conducive to your health, is it?
No. Right, Vic. I want you to stay with Angie Weller because she doesn't know you.
Hold on, Gov. Mr. Chandler just told us to can it.
Well, I'm telling you not to, all right?
Oh, this is a farce. Who's running things around here?
Right, Mickey, I want you to keep tabs on Armour's movements, and I'll get Kate to do Farlow. I'll take care of Chandler myself.
Go.
Vic, next time you question my authority in front of another officer, I'm going to come down on you like a ton of bricks.
All right, Gov. But how come I'm pulled off the Jasmine Allen when I'm proved to be right, and Mickey's allowed to go chasing his shadow?
So you're accusing me of favouritism now, are you?
No, but...
Good. Because you're not the only one that has to take orders they don't like. It comes with a job.
Yeah, I know that.
Do you? Well, stop whinging and get on with it.
Well, I hope you're right, Jack, because I don't like having my authority undermined.
No, me. And it's becoming a habit.
If you've got something to say, spit it out.
There used to be a chain of command in this station. If you want me to respect your position, you've got to do the same for me.
This is an emergency situation.
We don't even know there's going to be a march yet. Now, with respect, sir, people think this is about you flexing your muscles, showing who's boss, and they're not happy about it.
Good. Well, they can either shape up or ship out. Simple as that. Come in.
Sorry, Billy, sir. Gov, I thought you might like to know. Neil Ahmed, his security company, they don't work on payroll. They do court and prisoner escorts. But get this. He's escorting Jimmy Weller to his mother's funeral tomorrow.
You what?
Yeah, she died last week. I don't reckon Bowker's planning a robbery at all. I reckon he's planning to spring him.
Right. Let's bring him in. Put the frighteners on him.
Look, are you arresting me or what?
Not yet, no. But you better listen to me. Now, you could be in a lot of trouble. And unless you start telling us the truth now, It's going to get a lot worse. So, you're a gambler, and you're in debt.
I'm not.
Well, I've been talking to your wife. And she was threatening to leave you because of your gambling, wasn't she? Look, all I've got to do is check your bank statements.
I owed this guy money. He sold on the debt to some woman.
Anguilla?
Yeah. At first I refused. But then Bowker, he works for her. He started to get heavy. He threatened my family. They offered me a lot of money. What could I do?
They're going to try and spring Weller.
Yeah, at his mother's funeral. I'm one of the guards. They wanted to know about the security.
And you told him?
I got a phone call. I've got to meet him tonight.
Well, Bowker didn't ring you now, because he's dead.
He did. He said it was him. I swear.
Do you know Don Farlow?
No.
What about Anguilla?
No. I only ever met Bowker. I didn't kill him. I swear.
All right, now. I'll believe you. Okay?
I don't get it. Why would Farlow step in to help Angie spring Weller? He hates him. He's screwing his wife.
They're not planning to spring him. They're going to kill him. It's a hit. Fortunately, neither Farlow nor Angie have met him personally.
Well, he's Pakistani. It's perfect. That way, when they open up, we've got him on tape.
I don't believe this. 1 minute I'm taken off the case because I'm Asian. Next minute I'm put back on the case because I'm Asian. It's ridiculous. And by the way, Mickey, I'm not Pakistani.
All right, whatever.
What, we all look the same, do we?
Vic, with a name like Ahmad, he's not going to be wise, is he? And you're on the case.
Yes, Gov. Whatever.
OK, we're all set. You ready? Sarge, about earlier, I did admit...
Angie Weller?
Yeah?
Neil Ahmed. Where's Bowker?
He's indisposed.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means we're running things from now on. So sit down and shut up.
No way. I don't know you.
Hey, one word from me and your debts get called in. And your legs get broken. Understand?
Don. It's all right. It's no problem. Got your money.
Information first. How many of you there going to be?
Just me, the driver, and one other guard. Jimmy persuaded the governor to keep it low profile. He wants a quiet, dignified funeral in respect of his mother.
He would.
And you'll be in the back with him?
Yeah.
Car?
What? Oh, black Volvo, tinted windows. We won't be joining the funeral cortege until it actually enters the cemetery.
We'll have to do it by the grave.
Yeah. Bury him and his cow with a mother. They deserve each other.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. You just make real sure. Any changes, we hear about them. And keep your mouth shut. Understand? No pain, no gain.
Inspector Crammon and SO19 will be leading the operation, and we'll be backing them up.
Our information, and it's good, is that they'll attempt to hit at the funeral once Weller's out of the car. But we'll have units in the surrounding roads just in case.
Weller knows the score, yeah?
Yeah, but he ain't happy about it. He said he'd go along with it just to get back at his wife.
OK, any more questions? We'll leave in 15 minutes. Well, looks like Webb and Singh came up trumps, sir.
Pity we can't say the same about the Jasmine Allen.
How do you mean?
Vic Singh, expressly against my orders, went back to the estate.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, evidently he tried to persuade the Jaffrys that the arson attack on their flat was racially motivated. Now maybe you understand why I find it difficult to trust the ID, Jack. Nice work, Mickey. Vic, I think Mr. Meadows would like a word with you.
Sir. Let's go.
You're completely stupid.
What?
You heard? Going back to the Jasmine Allen.
I just wanted to make sure the Jaffreys knew the score.
With respect, Sarge, what score?
Danny, if no one else helps them out, who else will? Come on, Gov. I'm the only one that believed that these crimes were racially motivated, and I've been proved right.
You know your trouble, Vic. You're beginning to use your colour like a coat. You put it on when it suits your career, and you take it off when it doesn't. And right or wrong, it's getting boring. So get a grip.
Trojan 3 to all units. Possible contact. Motorbike, 2 males circling the plot.
We're on. Looks like they're here.
Yeah. Well, you'd better be right about this. Because if you're stitching me up, I'm going to be paying you a visit one dark night.
Yeah, all right. In the meantime, do us a favour. Shut it, will you?
Suspects on the plot. Repeat, on the plot. Pillion passenger is armed. Repeat, armed. On police! On police now! On police! On police! Lie down! Lie down! Bring your arms! Open your hands! Lie down! Nowhere to run, Angie.
Looks like you got exactly what you wanted. A nice, quiet, dignified funeral. Your mum would be so proud.
Come on, Angie, why don't you just admit it? We know it all anyway. Bowker tells you he's going to spring Jimmy but needs cash to set it up. And you're going to give it to him. Only you freak out because you're having an affair with Farlow.
If your husband finds out, he'll kill you both.
So you and Farlow get rid of Bowker. Take over the plans yourself. Only now you plan not just to spring Jimmy. You want to kill him. Angie, we can prove that you and Farlow planned this hit together. You're looking at conspiracy to murder charge here. And now Farlow's on the critical list. What do you care about?
What sort of woman would try and murder her husband at his own mother's funeral? You want to know what sort of woman? The sort of woman whose husband would do that to her. Nice, eh? It's men for you. I have to let you know who's boss. Not all men are like that. Give it time, love. You'll learn.
What's this? I said a pint of lager and a lager top. Look at it, she can't even understand bloody English. Lager top!
We're the dumping ground of European. Gypsies, junkies, beggars, illegal immigrants. They come here by the lorry load claiming political asylum, and what do? Give them free houses. None of them pay tax, none of them pay national insurance, but get ill and they're at the front of the queue. And we wonder why the National Health Service is falling to pieces.
Are you lot thick or what? I said lemonade, not bloody lime. Why don't you just go back to your own country?
And who does all the mugging, pimping and drug dealing? I'll tell you something interesting, Ian. Of the 381,000 racist attacks this year, 238,000 were against whites, not blacks.
That's bull.
Fact, of the remaining 143,000, the majority were black on black. If you're not mugging us, you're mugging each other.
You're making this up.
What are you looking at?
Scum.
Enjoy your drink.
Here you are. Mickey and some of the boys are going for a curry. Up for it?
No, not tonight. I don't fancy it.
Yeah, well, neither do I.
See you later, Jeff. I like the smell round here.
Nice to see the locals are unfriendly. What are you having?
It's all right, it's my shout. 2 pints of lager, please, love.
All right, won't be a minute.
It's all right. I'm all right now.
Vic!